back to the video. Oh my god, I'm not sure you guys know how long this took me to make. Oh my, I am so sorry, guys. I forgot to cipher this. I'm so sorry. This video is not perfect anymore. Well, no, it is. Okay. So, if you haven't watched last video, if you haven't watched last video, I would expect it to watch last video first. 59 views. I'm not sure, but 59 views. So I would expect you to watch it first because that gives a little bit more detail to this. Okay, now you guys ready? No? Okay, I don't care. Let's start it. Okay, so first up, the Conquest of Poland is going to go south to Slovakia. Invading it from the north was a good idea because it's landlocked. And the Polish is mostly landlocked, but it still has an area so it can get transported from its ally, Sweden. So now it's going to be invading the rest of Slovakia, and boom, Slovakia. Okay. Next off, we're still also going to do other countries too, because yeah. And there's okay. Now, the Netherlands is going to be invading north. I mean south and east. The conquest is going south to Belgium. They never expected it. And then they're going east to Luxembourg. And then they have an idea to invade a little bit of Germany. And they actually are doing pretty good with the invasion of Germany. When the Poland catches on, then they also start invading Germany. And then all out war goes on. Germany, well, it's basically the Netherlands versus the Polish. But then Czechia has an idea. They ask Germany if they could have the rest of their land, and they're like, well, this area of their land, and they were like, sure. So they just got such. Okay, I have so much stuff. Nope. Oh my god. Sorry about the inconvenience, guys. There you go. So they just took this land, and now they have to fight over this little area. The Polish move through the area while they're taking the rest of the east. They're actually making a good conquest into the Netherlands. But then Czechia has an idea. How about we invade Luxembourg and Belgium so we can get more land, and then the invasion also goes down. So now Czechia just has a bunch of land. But then Poland is like, hey, you guys stole a bunch of land from us. So their conquest goes down into the Czechia land. And then the Czechia was like, take the Czech lands, Austria. Take it, just take it. So the Austrians, well, they can't refuse, they can't say no. Oh my god! I think this is one reason why I took so long. Yes, finally. They take over the Czech land, And then Poland's like, oh my god, you guys keep doing that. So they ally with with miniature Slovenia to invade, and they get us. Poland gets Czechia, and Slovenia gets Austria, and they have an idea, and they have a deal. So while they're invading up here, most soldiers have moved up to right here. Slovenia goes up to invade, and barely any soldiers are here. So the Austrian land is there, and soldiers go to Poland to help. And yes, they now have an ally. I can't believe I worked so hard just to destroy this. Oh well, it's for content, am I right? I'm depressed. I feel depressed. Can you please leave a like and subscribe, please? I'm getting depressed. I'm making maps and destroying them. It's pretty sad. So please, will you hit that like and subscribe button, please? Okay, now no more back. So now Slovenia has an idea. They both invade Hungary. Poland attacks them from the north. I mean Poland attacks them from the south, and Slovenia attacks them from the east. And that's the plan. Poland attacks the north, while Slovenia attacks the east. And then Poland's like, okay, Slovenia, I'll do the rest. And then they have a deal, and now it's weekend. But then the Hungarians push back hard. They push all the way back from all the way over here. Okay, for the wrong one. Yep, I did. Oh well. And they push through the Hungarians. But then Poland and Slovenia push all of their soldiers coming through. All of them. This has Croatia to a plan. They invade Slovenia from up here. Soldiers moving through up here, and they can't do anything. They're so far. Poland can't do anything because they're not border with Croatia. But then Poland has an idea. Let's call in the Italians. They're our allies. Italians! Invade the Croatians. Got you. They start invading. And well, they can't do any... Oh well. Okay. And they start invading throughout the territory. And they got all. And they got all of the land. And they almost got all of Croatian land. They finally get it. And then they're like, let's have some fun. Then they take Bosnia Herzegovina. And now Poland leaves it to their job to take over Hungary. So the Slovenians can push back. So the Slovenians can keep the territory. Now that Hungary is gone, the Slovenians have to just push back their territory. And they just push back. They start pushing back, and then the Croatians don't know what they do. They're surrounded by both of their allies. And if they need, both of their enemies. And then the Italians give back the land of the Slovenians. Okay. And now Poland has an idea. What if they have both of their allies combined with their country? They will be unstoppable. It would be the greater Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. And they have a meeting, and then they agree. But some people don't agree. But most of them, some people don't agree, but most of them agree. So the soldiers are spreading out throughout the land, and it's raging Italy fast. But they all agreed on this. Oh wait, of course it does. There you go. And it's spreading out throughout the Italian land. And then, the only part that people mostly don't disagree is Slovenia. They have been holding off with the protest. But now the protests can't do anything. The government has already decided. And now they're becoming one with greater Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. And one day they shall reign through. But the protests are keeping coming, but they can't do anything. The Polish, and well, it's not the Polish. They're not killing anybody. But the government already made the decision. And it seems like it's taking forever. It took 2 entire years. It's going to take 2 years for everybody to be settled. And by trying to get the people to agree. 3 years later, the land of Slovenia is now under Polish control. But now, the Polish have to ask, some big countries if they want to join. Yo, northern countries, you want to join? No. But then the northern countries have an idea. They could start their own little area. And they all tell Sweden to be the leader of their little clan. It's raging for Finland, and everybody in Finland agrees. So is Norway. But these islands up here, some people forgot about them, but then they're like, hey, what about us? And then now, they're there. Now they ask Denmark. And they suddenly just agree. Next off, we got Estonia. They agree. And now they're moving down to Latvia. And they're ranging through. So everybody was like, wait, so no protest? Not like what happened with Poland? And they're all crazy, and they're like, yeah. So now they're here. They're the biggest country so far. And then they finally asked Iceland, would you like to join? Yes. There you go. A new area has been formed. Now, a battle is going to be ranged across these lands. And then they're going to ask two big countries down here. Well, four big countries if they want to join. Ukraine, France, Spain, and I don't know why they even tried Belarus, but they tried. So first they're going down to Ukraine. Would you like to join? And then, but before the Russians, the Russians got them. Sad day for the Rus. And then Poland's like, wait, what? And I don't know why they even tried this too, but Russians, would you like? No. Okay. Now I went to Belarus, but the Russians took Belarus once again. Oh. Don't you dare take The Russians take Moldova. We weren't even gonna ask. I just didn't want you to take Moldova. Moldova has just been taken. The Russians have just taken 3 countries. Wow. Okay, now I'm going to ask Spain and France. Hey guys, you want to join? Yes. Okay, it was easy. Yes. I'm gonna ask Andor, you want to join? Yes, yeah. Okay, that I think he wants to join because of the protection, probably. Ranging throughout Europe, and now we're going to ask. Now we're going to ask all of these countries right here, and Turkey. You guys want to join? And then, but the only few people that said no were North Macedonia, Serbia, and Bulgaria. But the rest, they were fine. The rest, they were just amazed. They were like, yes. And the people over here were like, there's like no problem. This is no problem. Oh. This is actually going to help us give her protection. The Turkish said yes. Romanians said yes. But Kosovo said yes. But these last few ones, the Russians asked, would you like to join the new Soviet Union? Yes, they said. And now they're like, no, sure, I'm trying to take over our people. They're trying to take our people. They're trying to take our people. I was about to say P. Oh, wait. Forgot this little land. And some countries were still... But like, most of Central Europe has been taken. And now, these countries have fell to the Russian hand. The Russian people have moved over. Oh, hi, Jordan. Hi. Hi, Jordan.
I want to make it through the flip.
Oh, okay, Jordan. Sorry, but Jordan, I think you're in the wrong area, Jordan. Right now, this is Poland. The Polish conquest. Okay. The Russians are moving through the land area. But right now, they haven't hit Serbia. Right now, we're trying to hit North Macedonia. Jordan, can you turn it off?
Okay.
Please, Jordan. It's loud as hell. I'm trying to make a video, an education video.
Education.
Well, not education, but like a little funny Polish conquest. The Polish raging through. They have finally, the Russians have finally took 2 countries. Now they are taking one of their most best allies, Serbia. They have taken Serbia, and now we all have a question. But Poland also has one more idea. They can ask Cyprus, and Cyprus is like, oh, protection. Yes. Jordan, be quiet, Jordan. Okay, he's not quiet. Now, Polish have an idea. They are just going to invade Liechtenstein because, well, what are they gonna do? Nothing. And now they're like, we're going to ask the Swiss. Well, no. Okay, they're going to be invaded. The Swiss had no chance to fight back against the Polish laugh. And now there is not much free countries in Europe. Most fell to the Polish laugh. But now they are going to invade Portugal. The Polish have been strong and hard, and they have worked all the way for this. They have talked Ronaldo. Now it's time to invade the north. They didn't want to join. But before the north was able, before Poland was able to invade, the north was attacking down before, and they were taking Poland by the second. The soldiers haven't arrived yet. But then, for some reason, the Russians came to help Poland. They raged through the land. They were raging through the Russians. Because the Polish soldiers haven't came yet, the Russians just thought it was a good time to get easy men. So they weren't helping, they wanted the land for themselves. And the Russians were raging through. And then Northland knew this was a bad idea. And it was. It was a horrible idea to take over Poland. Because the Russians came. Now they were raging through. Raging. There was no stop to the Russian power. No stop for the power of the Russians. I'm not doing like that controversial stuff that Russians can fight with. Nobody can fight a bear without a gun. But no, I mean like the power of the Russians. There we go. Did I leave any, man? Did I? No, I didn't leave any. Oh wait. So the Russian ones have fallen. Now, it's now that the Polish have finally arrived. They're like, oh, you did for us? And then the Russians are like, no, we took your land and we're not giving it back. But then the Polish power was rushing through. The Russians were finally like, my vodka can't stop this. But then, Kaliningrad has been taken over by the Polish. And then the Russians were in shock. And then they were like, surrender and then the Polish were surrender Ukraine and no more, and we will give Kaliningrad back. They surrendered Ukraine to the Polish, but the Polish never said when they had to give Ukraine. And then they gave this chance to take a little bit of Russia. And then they started invading Belarus. But over here, the Russians took this chance, moving through Denmark. But the Polish soldiers have already prepared. Once they hit this part, they were already there to push back harder. They were pushing back through Finland. And over there was a stalemate. But then they took the chance of the stalemate to move through. The Navy went over here to take. And now all of the soldiers have surrendered. All of the soldiers from this area to this area have surrendered. And now, but the left soldiers over here are being surrounded by the Polish attackers. They're moving through the land. They're moving through Latvia, Lithuania, and Estonia. And there's nothing the Russians can do. There is barely any soldiers over here to actually fight a giant battle. It is hard for the Russians to win this time, because the rest of the soldiers are all the way over there. Now you can hear the gunshots. That's good. John, raise the gunshots.
Okay.
Someone just yell headshot. The fighting in Moldova was crazy. For some reason, the Russians haven't left this land yet. But they're surrounded by the Polish. And there's barely anything we can do. And they were dying at an alarming rate. Now it's time to fight the remaining Russian lines. The Russians have been pushed down. The final territories of the Russians are being taken over. The sea-boats have already been waiting in Ireland for this beautiful moment. The Russians are down. There's nothing they can do. But to the supplies, the Russians still stay. So as the Slovenians, just waiting in this corner. So then the Polish found out the Slovenians have been waiting. Now, I can't do my Russian accent anymore. Oh yeah, I forgot to take over recording. No, why is it not me? Russian. Why is there still Russian? The Russians have been gone. The Russians have surrendered their land. And now it's time to take over the British. But when, for some reason, before they invaded, they just surrendered. And now the British have fell to the Polish. Hey, don't mind. Okay, Jordan, you can lower it now.
Okay.
Oh yeah, UK. Okay. Ireland. The Polish conquest over the land has finally been taken over.